which is okay. So good morning, everyone. Today we're having an incredible interview with the scientific Perdón, otra vez. Scientific.
¿Tú quieres que yo lo haga? I can do all of it.
Yes, you're better than me.
I can do all of it.
Okay.
Tú me dices cuando. I can start whenever. Start.
Yeah, it's filming already. Yeah.
Okay. Hi, my name is Dr. Rafael Gonzalez. I'm a PhD scientist, and I am here to discuss today 3 of the frequently most asked questions in the stem cell sector. One of these actually is, do stem cells really work? Do they actually work? That is a very, very individualized question, and of course everybody wants to know that particular question, which is really difficult to answer because each individual is unique in its own sense, and this may pertain to an answer of yes, it does work to one patient and no, it doesn't work to another patient. What we have to really discuss is symptoms or problems that you as an individual are having. If we discuss in the context of you having an inflammatory disorder, which is the vast majority of all diseases have an inflammatory state, then yes, it does work. That's why here what we actually do is we individualize or we personalize a stem cell therapy to your needs, to what's needed. And that's the most important aspect of all the work that we have to do, because it may work for one person and it may not work for another person. It all depends on what you want to achieve, what you want to gain, and of course, most importantly, what is the problem that we are looking at.
So the question number 1 was, does stem cell therapy really works? And question number 2 will be, who can benefit the most from stem cell therapy?
For our second question today, we are going to discuss who can benefit the most from stem cell therapy. Stem cell therapy actually benefits mostly those that have, like what we said earlier, inflammatory issues, because the properties of the stem cells are basically that they serve as a strong anti-inflammatory or as a strong immunomodulatory, meaning they can control the immune system, whether they be what's called the innate immune response, which is the immune response that's immediate, or whether they be the later or more potent immune response, which is actually the adaptive immune response. So they're able to control this by increasing what's called a specific cell in our body called a regulatory T cell. So when we talk about inflammatory disorders or immune-mediated disorders such as autoimmune diseases, multiple sclerosis, rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, these are therapies, these are indications that we can actually treat and we can actually deal with success. This is actually very well published actually through the scientific literature also, that you will see quite a bit of publications in the sector demonstrating that stem cell therapies actually works really well. Secondly, when we discuss vasculature insult, stroke, heart attack, these type of things, we talk about basically occluding vasculature to specific areas of the brain and the heart in this case right here. These are things that stem cell therapies actually work really well also. Why? Because it increases blood flow. So stem cells are specifically designed to secrete specific factors, growth factors, that can actually increase the blood flow to vital organs. What does that mean? When we occlude, for instance in a heart attack, when we occlude a vessel and it causes insult, we now have death and necrosis in that area. If we can now cause a new bridge or new blood flow to go into that vital area, to that vital organ, we can now help heal a lot better, and we can actually cause a change in a patient's life, or what we call a change in quality of life. Similar to when we deal with this with stroke, or even in the case of what's called peripheral artery disease or chronic limb ischemia. These are all considered vascular insults to the body or occlusions to specific areas in the body, and it works well. So the 2 different things, inflammation or what we call immune dysfunction, which is actually many disorders, or secondly, vascular problems. Those are the things that we mostly deal with a lot of success.
Question number 3 is, what are the cells extracted from?
Question number 3, where are the cells obtained from, or what type of cells do you use? This once again is individualized to you. So if you are a young individual that has, for instance, orthopedic problems, we now discuss using what's called autologous cells, meaning these cells are from you. Why? Because they're a younger cell population. We can actually use those, and we personalize this to you because we know that those are still okay. They're not an older cell type. They don't have an inherent problem with them because they're aged and they don't function as well. So we can use those. Those are called autologous stem cells when we obtain them from you. If it's somebody that has an autoimmune disease, there's a vast amount of information out there, scientific literature out there, that demonstrates that cells from you carry an inherent problem. They do not function as well. Therefore, in this case, we actually use what's called allogeneic cells. Allogeneic cells are from another patient, another donor. Normally in these cases, it's actually from a newborn, meaning an umbilical cord tissue, not embryonic. We're not talking about destroying any embryos like that. We're talking about umbilical cord post-birth tissue. From there, we can obtain a specific type of stem cell, which is called the mesenchymal stem cell. That stem cell we can actually use once we've qualified it, once we've tested it well, and once we demonstrate that this product is A, number one, safe, and then B, it carries the right characteristics to help and to aid healing, growth, the immune system, and vascular repair. Then we can now use that off the shelf, meaning I can grab this product that we produced already off the shelf and I can now use it on you. We grab that and now we can actually use it on you that's an individual that's already, let's say, over 40, has a bunch of different ailments, whether it's an autoimmune disease, whether it's some form of cardiovascular issue or something that requires, or that ideally we use a off-the-shelf product that has been demonstrated to show that this actually works and that it's safe.
Thank you so much for this time, and thank you for answering all our questions. It's a pleasure to get to know you more and to get this amazing information from you.
Thank you.